Okay, alright, ready for round 3 of Season 12 of the Lichess 45-45 League. I'm playing a game against fischer56, and I'm the white side. Okay. Yeah, planning on playing just in English. Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare for this stuff, but I know this. I've seen a game where this guy played I think this guy plays the King's Indian Defense. So I looked at maybe like one line in there, and they played e5. I was also thinking about playing knight f3 to prevent this, but I'm okay with going into this. I said during round 1 that I didn't want to. That I was trying knight f3 because I didn't really like the games after e5 that much. It didn't seem that convincing to me. Or maybe I was just bored of them, but I think I'm relatively comfortable in these lines. f5, so this is interesting. Do I play? Am I supposed to play knight c3 here? Maybe I'm supposed to play something like e4. I should probably play knight c3 first, anyways. And probably something like knight f3. Well, actually, they have the potential to play. I should probably play d3. They might play h6, knight f3, e5, something like that. Maybe I should play d3, e4. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable approach. Setting up some kind of Botvinnik system stuff, which I haven't really played that much, but I think it leads to pretty good positions for white, just very positional. So, and I'm not. hopefully I'll get a quiet game. My team's doing pretty well right now. I think we have 2 wins, or was it not 2 wins? It might have been. Might have actually not been 2 wins. Could have been. A win and a draw? 2 wins and a draw? I don't know. Either way, we're doing pretty well. I think we'll need to score like a half point or something. So bishop c5. I guess this actually discourages e4 since there's knight g5 maybe. I could play h3. Or I could play e3 or bishop here, maybe. Actually, I don't really like bishop there. h3 seems reasonable. Yeah. So, I guess it's more useful to play this after they play d6, so I guess they don't have this bishop c5 stuff. Against this, usually what I would like to do is play e3, d4, but in this position I've already played d3, so e3 and then d4 would waste the tempo. So I'm gonna go for this, even though I know literally nothing, no theory about this or anything. Actually, maybe bishop g4 should have been considered there. h6. When I take, I don't know. Take seems kind of iffy as well. Well, maybe it's not that bad. Takes, queen takes, e4. The question is if they can play something like f4 there. Perhaps. But then I have knight d5, and it looks like I would be winning a pawn. Yeah. Probably should have considered bishop g5. But, okay. That's not what I wanted. Maybe I should write it in my notes or something. Private notes here. Look at 6 BG5. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. We are. He's taking a thing, so this is probably not. Probably bishop b5 is what he expected. And in my haste just to play a normal move, I had surprised him somehow. Okay, so the question is, can I play e4 right now? E4 takes, pawn takes. Do I play pawn takes, or should I play something like knight takes? On knight takes, pawn takes. It's the same position except without knights. I think I prefer to keep the knights on the board, since this knight on c3 accentuates my light square control here. So e4. They might castle, so. And if I castle, is there. What's going on? They're gonna have an open f file, which is a bit sketchy, I think. And I want to find some way to contest this bishop, this dark square bishop, before long, so I think my plan is to play e4. And after we exchange, well, maybe they won't exchange, but I'm assuming they're going to exchange. If they don't exchange, I probably should look to castle queenside. Yeah. Also, for some reason I missed that in that position, e4, if I played e4, knight g5, oh, never mind, okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna play, I really should think more before I do this stuff, but, okay, no, I'm just gonna play it. After all, that's the whole reason why I played h3 was so I could play e4, so I really, even if it's unsound, I have to justify my own play, right? So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Perhaps a whisper that I wasn't really prepared. I didn't really have time. So hopefully I'll get playful. Hopefully. I'll be able to. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I wonder what they're considering. Maybe they're just considering castling here. I think I would probably play knight e2 there. Knight e2 so that I can contest the knight on d4 if it ever comes in, and maybe to gain some more control over f4 as well, so that a push like this is a bit less likely. Yeah, I mean, I'm still not very sure that I want to castle kingside. Perhaps if I can get like this kind of bishop thing, bishop e3, and then we exchange, then I might be more inclined. Okay, so castles. If I play knight d2 here, or maybe I should consider playing bishop f3, because what if f4 comes in? Well, they can't really play f4 right now. If I play knight d2, knight d2 f4, doesn't look like it's really leading to anything. Yeah, knight d2 seems very reasonable here. Maybe I could play bishop g5 at some point to try to incite h6. I'm not sure how much that'll help. But with f4, I mean with f5 already played, getting them to play h6 will weaken the g6 square quite a bit. I'm not sure how relevant that is. Okay. Knight d2. Or maybe I should think about playing a3 before try to get this bishop off this. Well, it doesn't look like it's really leaving this diagonal, is it? Well, I can also think about playing knight a4 to try to disrupt it. But knight e2 seems like the correct move here. I also was saying bishop e3 earlier, but I really want to be able to do that when I'm close to castling or castled already, since then my rook will be on the open f file. I don't know if that actually makes any sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna play knight e2. It's all going okay. Yeah, I need to just eat too. I actually bought lunch in before this game because my friends were encouraging me to basically eat. Well, later today we're gonna run, and I need to eat lunch in a timely fashion, well, at a good time, and that time happens to coincide with my game. Now, I've been trying to put off eating because I think I mentioned in like in one of the previous games, but you know there was this, you know, the whole thing where, you know, eating diverts blood from your brain and stuff. But I mean, like, I don't think it hindered me that much in that game. Was it the last game or was it the first game? Maybe it did hinder me in the first game. I don't know. Yeah, but I do really want to leave my options open to castling queenside, because it looks like with this f5 move in, castling kingside could be quite dangerous, especially since I've already played h3 as well. well, it looks like their pawn play has been very much geared towards the king side. So the more I'm looking at it, the more it looks like castling queenside is a very attractive option. Although, you know, they still have options of playing like a5 or a6 b4, a6 b5 and stuff. So even that's not the necessarily the best. Ideally, I'd like to keep my options open and then wait for them to go for something more committal, like f4 or g5 or something on the king side before castling queen side. But I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. Good to keep in mind that after bishop e3, f takes e3, this g pawn will be weak, but luckily it's covered by my knight on e2. So bishop g5 kind of... Does that force h6? Doesn't really force h6. But I mean, I'll have knight d5 coming if they don't do anything. Now the question is if I really want to capture. It's hard to say. Also, if I do castle queenside, I have to be aware that my f pawn will be hanging. So I should probably look to play bishop e3. Oh, I was planning on playing it anyways, but it's just something to keep in mind, I guess. Bishop e3, knight d4. Can't really take with the knight. What if I take with the bishop there? Bishop takes d4, pawn takes d4. Knight a5. d4 pawn. Knight a5. But my knight on e2 is not really very excited about that position. Plus I could get a passed pawn, perhaps, with f takes e4, pawn takes, d takes e4, and their pawn on d4 there will be a protected passed pawn in some cases, like if then I play something like knight takes e5, d takes e5. Or if they just play bishop b6 and then c5. Doesn't look that great. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm still okay with keeping my king in the center right now. I mean, the e-file doesn't really look like it's going to open up anytime in the near future. I can always capture with the e-pawn if they do take with the f-pawn. Do I really want to exchange dark-scored bishops? It seems like it's their better bishop, right? I don't know. But it's on this good a7g1 diagonal. And my bishop doesn't really have that great of prospects. Only real other alternative other than e3 it would be g5, I guess. Then laying down his life for the knight on f6, which may be a better piece. It's worth considering. Also, if they play something like bishop e6, I should be aware of that. In that position, if I just castle, they could take on e4, and I would have to recapture with a piece because c4 would be hanging if I capture with the d pawn. In that case, I might play something like b3. b3, really? When I play b3? Maybe something like knight d5 there would be called for. Knight d5, because then I could potentially play bishop g5. Yeah, I don't know. If they take, no, they can't really take. They could play bishop takes, I guess. If they play bishop takes, what to play? Yeah, I would take with the c pawn probably. I could take with the e pawn, extend the range of my bishop a little bit more, and they might have prospects of playing e4 themselves. E4, and if I take the d pawn, take with the f pawn. I don't know. I still have enough coverage of that square, so they wouldn't be able to play it right away. But for example, after something like bishop f5, well, that doesn't really work since the bishop can't really get to f5 in that position. And in fact, in that position, I've already said that the bishop took on d5, so no, that never happens, I guess. Well, I'll have a look at it if that position does arise. Take a look at which one's better. My opponent is spending a lot of time, which is kind of good. It means that I guess maybe they're not so familiar with the position. Or maybe they are familiar with the position, they're just looking for a way to punish it. Although this suggests that there's... I was going to say it suggests that they're spending time to think about something like taking on e4 or playing f4. It looks like it was neither of those. Well, the first thought that comes to mind is that knight d5 kind of forces... It doesn't really force them to take, but you could play like bishop b6, for example, or rook f7, but it doesn't look that amazing for them. And then if they take, I could play, you know, pawn takes, then they might play knight d4. I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad for them. Maybe bishop g5 followed by knight d5. So this queen e8 seems like more of a Dutch maneuver, or the queen could come to h5 at some point. They're definitely looking to come in on the king side with this move. Wonder if I could play f4 myself. Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable answer. No, I mean I have a better chance of playing with my knight on e2, but so the question is, if I play bishop g5, do I want to play bishop g5 or bishop e3? Bishop g5, h6, let's say I take. I could just provoke h6 and then go back to e3 as well. That's an option, but okay, let's say I take. Rook takes. Then I might want to do something like pawn takes on f5. Maybe not. Pawn takes f5. Bishop takes g5. I mean g4. It looks very sketchy with my king still in the center. Because what I was originally thinking was to take and then plant a knight on e4. Where then maybe I could, keep the center relatively closed. But I don't think that works out really that well. I also have this idea of knight a5. I want to get rid of this bishop. And I kind of want to do something about that bishop. I want to castle kingside. Although queen e8, that might discourage me even more from castling kingside. Now, if I play bishop e6, will they play knight d4? And if they do I want to take with the bishop? Or I could just play knight a5 in that case, I think. But they have bishop b4, which would be annoying. But then I play bishop, bishop d2, and how bad is it really? They really have some fast kingside play here. But I don't mind exchanging down, right, into an equal endgame if it does come up. Now, should I castle kingside? If I castle and they play f4, do I take? I can take. And then pawn takes, knight takes, maybe bishop takes. Then they could maybe play something like knight h5. But I'm okay there, I think. Although my king is quite exposed with that line. It's kind of tricky. Maybe I should play. Yeah, I think I should probably be looking at castling queenside in this game. Now, how do I do that? Unless I can somehow close this position, get them to play f4 and then play g5 myself. I mean g4 myself and then f3 something. But then my light squared bishop is very unhappy. In fact, maybe I should be thinking about taking. I don't know. I don't think you ever really want to take here, though. I mean, at some point they're gonna have to do something, right, with their to get their light squared bishop out. Maybe they'll just play bishop e6. I don't know. Maybe I should play just a waiting move like a3, preparing b4. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of scary for my king, isn't it? Let's try bishop g5. Bishop g5, h6. Do I take or do I go to e3? I can keep my king in the center, King d2, king c2, something like that. I don't know. It also seems quite risky, but bishop g5. They could just move their knight as well, since it's no longer pinned, but I don't know. Knight h5 doesn't seem that great for them, does it? Maybe it is. Knight h5. Could I play g4? Takes. No, I guess I can't really. Well, then maybe bishop e3 is the best option, or bishop d2. Bishop d2. I think I like bishop e3 more though, because kind of shuts the door on f4. If they take, I mean, if they take, then it seems like it's good for me, right? So, and plus that's kind of why I don't know. It's getting me closer to castling queenside, you know. I don't know, but there's always the option that they don't take. So I guess knight d4 is the key line. Knight d4. Do I take it, or do I leave it? Knight d4 doesn't seem like it's really threatening that much. It does open up c6 and d5 maybe. Let's play this and see how they respond. I'm expecting knight d4, but maybe they'll take. Yeah, and all the other lines don't seem to lead to that much either, so. Did I spell whisper wrong? Whisper. My king looks like it could be very uncomfortable this game. Wait, did I misspell something? Like maybe I could play something like queen a4 followed by b. No. a3, b4, queen a4, b5. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if queenside expansion is the key here. In theory, though, that's what. Oh, I don't know. I could maybe think about playing d4 at some point as well. Yeah, but. Yeah, I mean, if they don't do anything, next move, they play like h6, bishop d7 or something, like castle. Like, if this. You know, I could think about playing d4. Well, taking on f5, then playing d4 and castling, and then maybe my position's okay. There's some tactics with, like, if they ever move a piece to h5, I guess I can take on f5 and play g4, maybe fork. But they're probably aware of that already. It seems like they might be more comfortable with this kind of stuff than I am. But yeah, I think I want to play queen d2 soon. Castle queenside probably. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully my eating isn't too loud on the recording. I always hate when that happens. Okay. Maybe they'll just play like bishop e6. What do I do there? No, they took. I guess my response is pretty straightforward. So, looks like castling queen's side is going to happen this game. Or playing king g2. Maybe they're thinking about taking an f4 now. Oh, I'm on e4. But doesn't seem like it's that great. I mean, I can even think about playing, taking on, taking on the f5, then playing g4, or playing d4 even. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably castle queenside though soon. There is maybe an issue. Bishop takes. Well, it's not really anything right now, but could be an issue soon. Yeah. Maybe queen c2 is better. It's vulnerable to knight b4. I don't really want to play a3 or anything, making my queen side even more. Playing playing a6. Getting ready to play b5 by the looks of it. Perhaps? What if I play queen b2? Or queen d2 here? Are they going to... I don't know. Or d4, maybe. I could just play takes and then d4, but I don't really want to do that. With their bishop on that diagonal. Queen d2. If I can castle, I want to play takes on f5 and then play g4. And then my game will really be opened up. But I'm not sure if I can castle queenside in time. Queen d2, if they play b5. b5 takes. Do I take it? Play b3 maybe. So I could also just do it right now, maybe. No, with the rook on the f file, seems like a really bad idea. They don't have any dark squares. The thing is, they don't have any pieces on dark squares that can really hit my king right now. So that's the only reason why I'm considering f5. You know, f5. Because the thing is, if I can play g4 and then kick the bishop, then play g5, then I have knight d5 coming in, or bishop d5. Those are all very nice moves to have, but my king is still in the center, so it's not so simple. Maybe I play something like queen b3, that way I can mate b4, b5 with takes, and then it'll come with check, you know. But then there's knight a4, knight a4 is not anything. Knight a4, I can move my queen. Or play queen a4. Queen a4 takes. But if I move my knight from c3, then d4 will be vulnerable to being taken, so I should probably... If I were to do that, I would probably have to play like d4. Yeah, I mean, queen b3... knight a5, queen d1. Oh, I don't really want to play it back to d1. Let's say queen c2. I could also play bishop e6. But there are some resources there. And that will be misplaced if it goes to a4 anyways. Queen c2, queen c2, and then, what are they doing? b5 maybe? b5. Yeah, their knight is loose, but it's still okay somehow. I mean, there's also... I mean, that position I haven't castled kingside yet, so I could also just castle kingside and then play takes on f5 and then takes on d7, something like that. Maybe what I should really be playing is queen c2, so that if they play knight Knight b4. I can play queen b3. Ah, but then d3 is hanging, isn't it? The other option is, of course, queen d2. Queen d2 covers... Maybe they were just covering... Maybe they were just covering knight b5. Thought it was annoying. I don't know. I'll play queen d2 probably. Yeah, I don't like any of these weird lines where the queen goes to one of these squares and gets attacked by the knight. Let's just go queen d2. It seems reasonable. Covers f4 some more. Gets ready to castle queenside. And I still have the option of castling kingside if everything goes south on the queen side as well. Takes d2 away from my king though. Okay, I'm gonna play it. I think in general, it's a good rule of thumb just to not move your queen to a square where it can be easily attacked. So many games have been I've won and lost by not very thing happening, so I don't know. b5, b5. How bad is b5? I don't know. Taking on f5 seems very attractive to me. Takes on f5 and like g4, knight g3. Oh, it just seems to flow so well. There's knight d5 as well. I don't know. I mean, there are ideas, right? Lots of ideas with that. Because, I mean, I do say it looks scary, but, I mean, it's gonna take them quite some time for them to amass stuff against my king right now, with, like, just with the, like, amount of pawns in the center right now and stuff. Rook b8. So they're definitely looking to do something on that side of the board now. I wonder if I can take on f5. Now. Like, there's some... Now I'm thinking about keeping my king in the center. I'm just playing king v1 or something, but I don't know how wise that is. Because if I ever want to play d4, d4 takes... Yeah, that looks very sketchy for my king. But I mean, their king is really unsafe as well. If I get this, you know, takes on f5, then g4, my pieces are really flowing towards their king. Not to mention c7 is hanging. I've got castle queenside right now, b5. Considering b5 takes on f5. Now if bishop takes f5, g4. Where's their bishop going? Maybe bishop e6. Then I play knight. Then I play pawn g5. Rook b8, really? Now they wasted a lot of tempi on that side of the board. Maybe I should just castle kingside now. If I do castle kingside, my f pawn is exposed. So maybe I should play I should combine these. I've been saying I don't want to really do this with this idea of taking, but then I play g4, and how bad is it? The dark square weakness is definitely on my king side. So takes, bishop takes, g4. And if they sack, I think I'm okay with that. They could maybe not think about not playing something like that, but I think they have to play bishop takes. I play g4, they're bishop g6 or bishop e6. And then I castle kingside. Then maybe I think about playing d4. You know. Or maybe I just keep the center closed. No. I can wait for a move and see if they're gonna play b5. And once they've played b5, then do that. Oh, I think I should play this first. Bishop takes g4. Bishop moves. I don't have a good waiting move, it looks like, though. If I move over my rooks, then it eliminates castling on that side. I could play c5, maybe. I wonder if that's an idea, just to... No, I don't think that's any good. g4, I guess I could play knight g3. Maybe that's a good waiting move. Okay, let's go for it. So my idea is going to be to play g4 and then knight here, see which side they go to, and then castle on the opposite side. That's the idea. Yeah. Who knows if it's any good. Actually, kingside is looking... For some reason, kingside is looking safer right now, so... yeah. I wonder if there's a piece... There could be a piece sack in this on here, but... I'll castle... Hopefully I'll be able to castle queenside if that happens. Although knight g3 that kind of eliminates d4 as an option, which kind of stinks. Can they be considering sacking? There's no way to stop my king from castling queenside, is there? I don't know. Maybe they're thinking about playing bishop g6 so that they can play knight b4. Attack this pawn. They do play knight b4 though. Looks like d4 is preventing that from happening. So I could also play g5 and knight d5 here. This knight on e2, it really doesn't want to be on e2, but it also doesn't have that great of squares. g3 was I was considering g3, but maybe I should just play h4 right now and just go all in on this kingside attack. Maybe not. Oh, it does hang the g4 pawn as well. Maybe play g5. How about knight g3 then g5? I have to remember if I play g5 then I'm not going to be castling kingside now then because the f5 will be clear. I could just claim that they wasted some moves maybe on the queen side, play d4. What if I play d4 right now? Well, it's no good. Well, it might be okay, but I mean my knight on it's just so bad. Well, let's castle kingside maybe. Yeah, we should castle kingside. There's no dark squared bishop right now to assault my king on those squares. And it takes some time for them to rally their forces. Like the knight on c6 isn't going to join the fight, really. That would be even pieces at least. Then I can play then I can think about playing d4, right? I really like this idea of g5 though. g5 displacing this knight and then being able to play stuff like knight d5 and d4. It's just so attractive. I should move soon though. I could play knight g3 just to prepare. Is this knight on e2 doing much right now? It's guarding this knight, guards these squares, it guarded these two squares, but now that I don't need those squares guarded, right? What if they move their knight, preventing me from castling kingside? Am I screwed there? They'd have to play something like knight back to here though in order to do that. Maybe they will do that. But I could just play rook f1 or something maybe. Or knight f5 even, I don't know. Okay, what was my idea against knight here? d4? That looks pretty sketchy. That looks really sketchy. Because I can't actually take with the e-pawn if I play knight g3, so maybe I should just castle kingside. Okay, I'm gonna castle kingside. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I actually like d4. Maybe I should play d4. Because I was thinking, what if they play e4? That might be... But then, you know, I get f4 and stuff. Well, next move will still be good. In fact, it'll be better next move. In theory. Which is why I played, you know, castles. Oh my gosh, this whole indecisiveness. Yeah, I felt like I was too indecisive. Yeah, I probably read it already, but I said I felt like I was too indecisive about where I wanted my king to go. Now I want to play. Yeah. If they do play d4 though, then I might have some problems in knight getting into f3 or something. It's not really gonna happen that soon, but you know. I could. Knight h7 to g5 to f3 or something like that. What's that? What is that? I felt like this move would... I just play... I mean, I can't even take it, right? Can I? Oh, I can't really take it. But I felt like I could just play d4 here. And it seems like it's okay for me. I could also play g5. g5, knight h5. Then I take here. That's very risky for my king, but they're not getting in anytime. It doesn't look like they're able to get in that easily. Takes, knight takes, knight takes. I mean, there's this weird takes. Like, what if I go like knight d5 or something? I don't know. What about knight f4? Defends e3, hits the bishop. They'll probably take. Do they take? They could take. They could take. And then this pawn would be isolated. But how good is that for them? I felt like, yeah, okay. There's like a weird. I could either keep this in a closed here, but yeah. What is the downside to doing this? Can I get knight f4 in before they do this? Probably not. They just take. Although there is some weird stuff with like knight f4. Take. Takes. Queen takes. Bishop takes. Ah, no, it's nothing. Okay. Can I sack and exchange something? Sack and exchange, then take on. No, it's not. It's nothing either. Knight d5 doesn't really work. Could play d4 and then knight f4. I mean, that's always a fine square for my knights. And, you know. Looks like they're gonna have trouble getting in. They're gonna play b5 maybe. I don't know. This d4 pawn could be a target. I'm gonna play this. I think. Because there's some knight b4, knight d3 if I play that. But I have a knight on f4. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Knight b4, knight f4. And I'm looking at things like, I could even just play knight d5, you know, I don't know. just like then I can hit the bishop and stuff. But that seems reasonable. Knight a5. Why don't I just play b3? Things are starting to look up, I think. I felt like I was very comfortable in 4, but now it's like, you know, I can get a knight into f4. You know, my rooks will be able to double on the open f file. This bishop's not that great, but it is, you know, maybe pressuring this pawn a little. Or maybe someday I can get like rook f4 and take the pawn. Like while this pawn is still on c5, this pawn is not that easy to defend. You have to keep these pieces on it. I said c5, but I should say c4. I could also play knight g3, just looking to take the pawn. That's an idea. Okay, so my plan here was to play knight f4. They might play bishop here then. And I think my plan is to play this. I could also take, because I have the, yeah, but I mean, this move just seems very logical. I could also play d5. Well, that's an idea. I'll prevent my knights from going to that square. It also prevents them from reinforcing this pawn. They're gonna jump in. I don't know. I don't think I minded that much. The knight's not really doing that much right now. I could take on this square, I guess. Or I could kick this knight first. I could also play queen here. I'm thinking about playing h4, h5. I want to somehow target this pawn, so I'm just trying to find the best way to do so without getting my actually, yeah. I wanna. Also, is there like a takes, bishop takes? It's not there yet, but like in some worlds, it might be there. In fact, it might be in the world where I take this, queen takes, and I take here. If they take with the queen, it's queen's hanging. If they take with the knight, I take this knight. And the knight doesn't have any things to hit, really. Calculate this carefully. So knight takes, queen takes. Well, they could play pawn takes, but I think it leads to the same thing. So knight takes, queen takes, knight takes here. If knight takes, then queen takes. So there is their knight on e4. They have a knight on e4. We could go to g3. But then I take the queen and then, or I can just take the rook and then take the queen. And their knight is also under attack in this position, so they have to be careful of that. I don't see anywhere where this knight can go that could harm me. Maybe, no, that's not a thing. It's not really a thing. Just check they don't have any in-betweeners. Select here. After I take here, they can take on here, but then I take on f6 with check, and then I take the knight, so that's not working. Takes. 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 They could take the rook, but then I just retake it. And it looks like it's all okay. They could play d4, but I could just take that, and it's still on the pawn. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. Probably we'll have to exchange queens, right? So my idea was this. Let's just double check to make make sure everything's okay. No knight moves. Only knight move really is that. So yeah, gonna take here. And I guess my next move is gonna be queen takes d3 if everything goes according to plan. Yeah, I don't know. And this looks pretty decent, like a decent endgame. Have some central control. I don't know, this e3 pawn is backwards. Yeah. I can always play e4. But then I would kind of be encouraged to play e5, I think. I don't know. And maybe we could play c4 and then make it a passed pawn. Or c5, rather. And hopefully in this endgame I'll be better, right? I do have a bishop versus knight, right? So that should be something. Then maybe they'll try to find a way to keep queens on the board. How can they do that? So knight takes, queen takes. I guess they don't have to play knight take. Oh, their knight's actually trapped, so they do have to win back the piece somehow. I think. Wait, am I winning another piece after that, or am I blind? No, they can move the knight. It's not pinned, right? So yeah, I'm not winning back another piece. I think they had to play knight takes, and I played this. They had to move their knight somewhere. And I do this, and I think I'm better in this endgame. I should probably whisper that. I was thinking I'll be better in the end game with I was thinking about, maybe I should say I was thinking, this is just to pump my teammates up. I was thinking about playing, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's anything. Well, we'll see. Maybe I should wait till after this whole series of exchanges before I say anything, in case I blundered something. That way, yeah, that way it's not so bad. It doesn't seem so bad if I actually blundered something. I can just say, I thought this was. I don't have to say the endgame was better for me. I could just say I thought I was simplifying it to good endgame or something. Oof. So they had to move their knight probably. Maybe g5. If they go to g5, I should probably play d5 if I can, or bishop d5 or something. Play bishop d5 and then take on g6. Yeah, that seems quite good. In fact, I could even wait until they go to like if they go to g5 with planning to go to e6 or f7, I could wait till they go there and then play bishop d5. Maybe catch them in a pin. Knight d2. Huh, they're going with this. They're going to try to keep material on the board. Interesting. So, we could exchange rooks, play rook d. They can't really take back with the rook, right? So they exchange rooks, king takes, play rook f1. King has to go here. And then is there anything nifty? What about like rook here? Doesn't look that great. Well, but then I have king f2, so like rook here, their knight's gonna move where, let's say, so can't go here, here, here. Could go here maybe. It could go there. But then is it getting trapped somehow? Maybe I could trap it with like queen here. I could also just bishop takes. So, does that go into a king and pawn endgame? Where I'm a king, where I'm a pawn up, so it's like takes. They can play queen takes, but then I play this. Oh, well, there's this pawn maybe. It's a rook endgame. Oh gosh, rook endgames. All rook endgames are drawn, but Brian says he always wins rook endgames. I could also think about playing queen b3 maybe. That's an interesting idea. Eyeing up this pawn. This knight is pinned to that pawn actually as well. Well, I could do this first, get my rook active, and remove their rook from being active. So I'm also thinking about this thing where I exchange rooks and play rook f4, because then, or their knight could go to g3, or it could go to these 3 squares. And after it goes to one of those 3 squares, I'll play queen takes, and then pawn takes. So I'll have a rook on f4, bishop on g2. This pawn is on f3. They have a rook here and a rook on, and then their knight. Their knight is on one of these squares, and one of these squares, and their rook is there. If it's on g3, I can just play king f2 to. Does it actually trap their knight? Yeah, actually, that traps their knight, but. So the knight's on one of these squares then, and the rook's here. I could still play king f2 to defend this pawn. This square is covered by my rook and my bishop, so their knight can't really jump in there yet. In fact, if their knight's on g5, I could even play this, forcing their knight to one of these 2 squares where I could then pin it. So maybe the knight's on f6. That's on f6, my rook is here. King there. That looks better for me. I'm gonna go for it. So king takes is expected. I'm gonna play rook f1. I shouldn't pre-move because they don't have to, right? But okay, they're going to. So king takes, rook f1, then rook f4. The knight can only attack dark squares on this move. Well, no, it can only attack light squared pieces on this move. Can't attack my bishop because it's there. Can't go to d2 to attack c4. Can't attack my queen because it would go to c5. Well, c5 or f2. My other pawns are defended. Can't go to c3. It seems reasonable. And their pawn's going to be hanging at the end of this as well. Although rook here will probably regain it. So it takes, rook takes, a4 probably. Then I want to play something like, do I? Because I have to remember, if their knight doesn't go to f6 in that position, I also have ideas of playing. If once their rook leaves the back rank, I could play bishop d5 and king, and rook f8 as well. So their knight probably has to go to f6. Now, is there anything good I can do with their knight on f6? Probably not. In fact, I have an interesting move, c5. After rook takes b. Yeah, I don't know. I need to go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Okay. Looks like they played knight f6. My plan here was to play queen takes. Maybe I can play e4. I want to exchange queens going into an endgame. Okay, so this pawn is hanging right now. Could just go here. Oh, there's no back rank stuff actually. No, now that I see it, no back rank stuff. So that's no good. So maybe taking here is not so good. Okay, so if that's not good, I could play b3 maybe. Oh, well, this pawn is hanging though, so if I take here, they could just take on e3, so maybe I just play here. Yeah, this seems like the most active move. I have to defend this pawn somehow. I might play b5, or they could play b5 though. I think I could play maybe like bishop here after. Takes bishop there. Seems pretty good for me. Okay. They chose this move. I'm thinking I should go king to d3. They could play d5, yeah. But once my king gets to d3, I'll play e4. I could play c5, lock up that side of the board, and then once my king gets to d3, I can play e4, and eventually push my pawns, right? There's no chance to get anything with this, is there? Play rook f5. They could play knight here, maybe. Maybe there's the rook is getting active there. I don't know. Yeah, it would be nice to have my rook covering that, but I could play rook e5 maybe. This pawn is pinned, so these two squares locks would be hanging. I don't think there's anything there. Yeah, king e2. Oh, maybe I should consider d5. Nah, I don't think that's any better. King e2, king d3. Knight can go. We could maybe go there. Yeah. Okay. By the time that happens, though, my king will be on d2 or play b3 or something. Let me actually check before I say that my team only needs a draw. Yeah, my team only needs a draw to tie the score. That was a bit awkward. So my plan here was it this or was it this? I think it was this. Although this, they have b6 maybe? b6, I take it. b6. The thing with b6 though is that I could just kind of somewhat ignore it and go like b3. With this pawn formation, I don't think it's bad. Or I could go a3. And then if they take, I take, and then I play b4. Yeah, okay. I like this. I could also consider king here. So king here, and if takes, well, this pawn will be hanging, so okay, that's not an option. I could also take. If I take, I could play king d3 and then e4 maybe. But takes is knight takes, pawn takes, and that's truly a rook end game. Do I want to keep winning chances? Are there? I mean, there are winning chances with rook end game, pawn up, but I mean, with these pawns doubled as well. But I mean, I like that line kind of with this, and then a3, b5. Although opening things up on the on this side of the board might be not so good, because then the rook can infiltrate. At least if I do this, my king going to d3 will actually cover the entry on the c file. Well, it won't cover c1, but I mean, I could actually just, instead of going to d3, go to d2 and cover that. And then my rook can be active and do stuff. The king will be cut off, at least for the time being. I can improve my position. Yeah. So it takes. Hopefully there are no nasty surprises. Knight takes, I'm planning on playing bishop takes. So pawn takes is their option. I can go. My plan was to go king here, but king d3 prepares d4. Yeah, that's a bit problematic, isn't it? want to cover c1, but I can't do that without... I can do that. If I play king g3 and they go rook there, I can go rook f1. Where maybe... So the rook can't infiltrate, and then I can think about playing d4. Worst case scenario, I guess I can play king d2 there. This covers d4. Yeah, I don't really want a piece jumping into d4. And by a piece, I really meant the knight, but you know, the rook jumping into d4, not that great either. Only move 27. And we're in an end game already. Okay. Actually, isn't it kind of standard to get an end game by move 27? Maybe not. Usually queens are off by, I think, move 27. Maybe not. Yeah, it really depends. You can't really make generalizations like that, I guess. But rook f2. Maybe it was a good move next, because I can. So what's this? Pawn a4. Rook f2 with knight d4. I take, and then you know king f2 or something, or king e2. Then my king is kind of passive in that case. But they do have to worry about their pawns being weak. But they have rook f3. Yeah. I'd also kick their knight maybe. That leaves this square open. We go bishop here. Just slowly improve my position maybe. What do they want to do with this is the question. I could play a3. I could play a4. A4 would keep this on a light square, my pawn on a light square, which is nice because that means my bishop would be able to defend it, but it also means that their pawn will be on a dark square, which means my bishop won't be able to attack it. On the other hand, if I play bishop f3, and they play a4, I could play bishop d1 attacking the pawn. They play b5, I play bishop e2, maybe. I don't know. Maybe my bishop is the one that wants to be on d3. If I play bishop f1 here. They could have knight. They could jump their knight in. But where's the knight going? G3 doesn't seem that great. Yeah, G3 isn't actually that... Like, the knight coming into D4 actually isn't that great. Now that I look at it. And my rook on the F file is at least well placed. Maybe I should play King D2 and accept that I made a mistake. Is there any way where they can trap my rook with this move? I don't think so. I'm gonna play bishop D1 probably. Let's leave this pawn undefended, but the two squares that attack it are here and here. It's not... Knight would have to go to H7. And then I can... And then when the knight goes to H7, I can just play H4. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think my bishop wants to be in this diagonal, maybe. I also have ideas of G5. G5, knight here, bishop, pawn takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Doesn't look that good, actually. Maybe a rook there. The rook will have to be passive, maybe. Rook there. Maybe G6. Maybe. Rook here. Rook here. Rook takes. Rook takes. Oh, I can play pawn here. Oh, that's actually not possible in that position. I don't take two moves to move that pawn to the correct square, but I could play rook. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. So I would have to play H4 before that happened. I also have ideas of... Yeah, this bishop really does want to be in... I could attack this pawn with the bishop as well. The bishop to D1 to C2, maybe. Or to B3. Probably C2 first, so I can target this pawn. Maybe... Look there. So they want to... I guess they want to move their knight, probably. Does this allow me to play this? So e4 takes. Well, they don't have to take, I guess. They have a knight move that they want to play there. Knight there doesn't seem that good. E4 takes. I could play rook takes or knight takes. I mean, or rook takes or king takes. King takes probably is better. I don't even want to say, but maybe not. I think I want to keep the bishop on the board still. They want to play knight d4 probably. Okay. Play this and then go to c2 maybe. Or maybe I want to. Maybe I do want my bishop on d3. Maybe I should keep. Oh, I could also have kept it on g2 and played rook f2 to c2 to e5. I don't know, but then they can attack the pawn, attack it with a pawn. I think this prevents their bishop from invading, at least. I keep f2 covered if their knight comes into d4. So knight d4 is probably their plan. Knight d4, bishop here. It'll threaten the knight. I could go to g3, but as we said, it doesn't seem that exciting. In fact, I could play rook here, force the knight back to t4. If I wanted to, but I don't really want to. I think I would want to play rook here probably. They could play rook c8 maybe. Rook c8 here might be good. I think I would have to play bishop c2 to prevent the rook from coming into c1. Bishop c2 followed by rook f2 maybe, or rook f1. And then bishop b3. I don't know. I think maybe I want to, probably isn't possible, but somehow get rid of this pawn and like exchange this pawn for this pawn, I think that in that position I'll have a much more, just being a more open position, this bishop is going to have a larger advantage over the knight. But I'm not sure if it's going to be possible to do that without trading the bishop for the knight as well. Oh, maybe they're thinking about playing g5. No, they can't really be thinking about that, can they? Whoa, one of my teammates is playing. Are they playing? Are they playing? My teammate is playing? Oh my god, did they win? No, they drew, okay. Oh, they actually already drew, which means that if I draw this game, we'll win the match, in theory. So, bishop, what about bishop here? So bishop here, is that forcing knight g3? No, not necessarily knight g3, it could be knight e6. What about bishop here? Well, I'll play bishop b3 just to gain time, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I need that. Like, I don't need to calculate until it comes around to like a pawn race or anything. I'm not sure if this actually maximizes my winning chances. So now, do I want to? The question is, do I want to play h4? Shuts their knight out of that. I'll be careful keeping my pieces on light squares, or in the same color as my king. Right now knight c5 forks it, but yeah, you know, it's covered. I think all knight squares are covered except for d6. Well, d6 g5. Oh, they have g5. But I think my plan is probably just to play h4, and then where are they going? h3. He's getting trapped kind of in that when that happens. Yeah, it is getting trapped if that happens. Can't go to h3. Could go to e6. So now I think I want to move my king over to the king side and get my rook on the c file. So king on e3 or g3, e2 or g3 or something. I'm thinking I should. Play d4. What move was it? It was on move. It was on that move. Move 28. maybe played d4 when I had the chance. I could play it now, even. Play d4. If I play d4 now and they knight takes, that doesn't work. Pawn takes doesn't work. So now their knight actually can't get into the position, sadly. But they have g5. Well, g5 is not that bad actually. I could just play rook here, and if knight takes, I can take this and then take the. So e4, g5, rook here, hitting g5 and d5. If knight takes, I play bishop takes, and that's losing for them because they can't even take the bishop unless there's a knight fork at the end. No, there isn't. Okay, so let's go for it. How am I ever gonna target these pawns? My rook really wants to be on the c file probably. I get my king here or here. Probably here, and then my bishop here maybe. That way it covers f1. Rook should be on the c file maybe. But then their king gets active. I don't know. I mean, their king could have gotten active probably this game. Yeah, my teammate drew their game. And they're also saying they should at least be able to draw my game, so so hopefully that happens, right? They're thinking for quite a long time. Maybe they're thinking about trying to make G5 works. If they play G5, then I'm gonna be pretty scared because I only calculated for like a couple moves deep. Maybe they're thinking about where they're putting their knight, right? Maybe they want to play like... Where would they put their knight? Knight here, maybe? Then maybe B... Yeah, but that's not that great, is it? Maybe they would first have to play B5 and then knight here. Oh, I guess if they play knight there, I could play... this pawn's also hanging if they move their knight. I forgot. So... at the very least, I could always take this and then... move my rook to try to... Maybe my opponent will disconnect and then... The time advantage here is actually meaningful though, because like, it could come down to a place where, you know, they only have a minute left and they they don't see like some kind of, you know, pin or skew or something. Or it could be like a pawn race and they don't have time to calculate it. Okay, B5. Now, can I play A4 here? Not really. I really should play pawn takes, and then maybe A4, pawn takes. Yeah, so it looks like there's a problem. Because if at some point don't play... I could play E5 though. I could play that. So pawn takes looks like it's running into A4. So maybe A5 or E5. What if they play this? I could just move my bishop, right? I could just move it back to D1. Maybe to C2 would be better. So knight doesn't have any forward moves here, so this seems like it should be reasonable. Plus it's a pass pawn. Maybe I can just get behind it and start pushing. Now my king is E3, so I can put a bishop on D2. Well, I mean on D3, and then keep my king on E3 and my rook goes onto the C file. Is my plan. There's knight here. And if rook takes, I could play this. But then I just sack the bishop, I guess. That's another pawn. So probably I'm looking at knight here, and then I'm gonna go to B6. Probably before they get to B6, I want to be able to play A4. Okay, knight there. They want to go here, maybe. Rook here or rook here? Rook C2 allows my bishop to defend it, but it also blocks C2 if I ever do go there. So I should be aware of that. Well, right now the rook is unable to leave that square. So let's go to the C file. I'm expecting knight here. From there, the knight really is only going to go to here and here. So once the knight gets to e6, I think I want to play king here. Or I mean, like when the knight goes here. Yeah, if the knight goes to e6, I'm gonna go to e3. Because where else is it gonna go from e6? Oh, it could go to this square. Maybe it's time for me to play. But now the rook can move. But I can always attack the. So there's if knight here, king here, knight here, here. Where are they moving their knight? They gotta move it to. I can't move it. They can move it to h3, but it might be getting trapped with rook h1. In fact, it is getting trapped with rook h1. Yeah, so I'll play this. Knight e6, king e3. So I guess I need to prevent them from getting to f4. They were going to go here, and then I can infiltrate with the rook, maybe. Oh, I have to play h4. Oh, they're going to go to d4. Yeah, okay. d4. d4, but then I can maybe play this. Am I making progress at all in that position? I could at least when they go to d4, now I can play bishop c2, and there's actually no way to, because like if I ever take the knight, then it's gonna, you know. h4, so thinking right now I'm calculating knight here, knight here, knight here, rook here, hitting this pawn. They can move it maybe, but they probably want to protect with the king or something. Maybe king here, then bishop here. Their knight probably has to move. So that doesn't look that good for them. My bishop can't get to a square that guards f1 right now, which has been unfortunate. King there. So now maybe I can play h4. Maybe a fortress here. No, I don't believe in fortresses. No, okay. King there. That's actually quite a good defending move. Yeah, and I want to play bishop d1 or bishop d1 to e2 to d3 at some point. Ideally, I would be able to play bishop there in one move, but it looks like it's not happening. I'm gonna go rook here. Makes a lot of sense to me. and then maybe I can play bishop here or something. I can play bishop here now, bishop c2 instead of bishop d1 to e2 to c to d3. So bishop c2 to d3 will make them weaken their pawns probably. They're low on time. They're gonna have to move. Yeah, so my thought was this. So now if I... Oh, now f4 is available. Huh. Because I was thinking about playing... But they can play f... They can move to f4. They do go to f4 though. I guess there's... Oh, okay, I should attack this, and if they go to f4, maybe I can play bishop f1. Well, they're not going to f4 yet. This knight's gonna be on f4. It's gonna defend this pawn. It's gonna attack this pawn. Now, can I advance this pawn? Or this pawn? Can I attack this pawn? Bishop to f1 to g2? Or bishop to e3? Yeah, but they'll get that pawn. Damn. And if I go here, they'll probably play rook c8. Do they play rook c8? They play knight f4 if I go here. Knight f4. Knight f4. Man, now I really wish I traded this bishop with a knight. I'm gonna play bishop f1 so that when they play knight f4 I can meet that with rook here. I really should play a3 as well, but eventually I'll force them onto a light square, right? I don't know. a3. What's with this move? Knight f4. I could play here. Should I accept this draw? I should probably just accept this draw, right? I want to accept this draw. Yeah, there's no real way for me to make progress. I was thinking bishop g2, but then knight here. I can't do this without letting this pawn fall. If I play bishop f1, I'm not really making progress there, am I? Can't move my king away from this pawn, otherwise knight's gonna take on d4. Rook can't go here to attack these pawns, or I could play rook here maybe. That's one option, but then knight here. How am I making progress? I guess I can walk my king over to defend the pawn and then target this pawn with my bishop somehow, with like bishop here and then here, but then their rook's gonna get active, so yeah, it doesn't seem like a way forward. I think I'm gonna accept it. Also, since my team only needs a draw to win the match right now, tournament situation and all that. Okay, I'm gonna accept it. Oh. Okay, let's look at the oh, computer thinks I'm up, but yeah. Not a lot of chat. B5 or king h7. Yeah, b5. Oh, they didn't play it on this move. Did they play it on this move? They already played it 31. Yeah, move 31. b5 or king h7. And b5. So yeah, something like that. Let's see how the computer does this. Yeah, so it does. Yeah, I guess this is the plan that I was talking about, right? So, oh, so it's gonna do that. That. What happens if like? What happens if they just start moving the? Yeah, they go to the C file, right? So there's a check. And then you give up the pawn. So what if takes? Oh yeah, I guess you're not really giving up the pawn. So this bishop takes. What about like look here? I take this and the knight's under attack. Okay, so I guess the computer's way of doing this is to exploit the position of the knight here. Yeah, the computer does not like how I played this endgame. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, this middle game. It's not like White's position here, although surprisingly it likes it. It likes it shortly afterwards, and by around this move where I took on f5. Yeah, the computer starts liking my position. So I don't know. Oh. Yeah, and I think I have revenge. Although not entirely sure how much I trust the computer. Like this position. Okay, well, starting from this point, like right now, because I have this idea of trading into an endgame. Thinks I should have played G5 here, and after this, king here, and after takes, bishop takes. What if they go here? Well, there's a mate, so they have to block, right? Block. The knight is pinned, so we might as well move our rook. Wow, that's some resource right there. So this moves to give their king some left, and we win another pawn. Wow, this is really winning. Wow. Wow, G5. Didn't realize how winning that move was, but it still says I'm winning right. Well, actually, this must be some kind of weird like logarithmic graph because it says this is 4.9 and this is 2.7. So yeah, at this point it doesn't like it at all. At this point it just says it's a draw. Although it says I go back up to +4 here somehow. Rook here. I was thinking about what about, oh, not that. What about this? So bishop goes here, it's covering c2. Whoa. Kind of discourages. Is planning on going queenside? Yeah. So computer likes, so this is black's biggest advantage, I think. Oh, actually this move. Black's biggest advantage, it wants to take here. And after takes, doesn't like it at all. Because there's this, okay. Didn't realize that tactic was available. Wow, that's actually pretty bad of me. That's actually pretty bad that I missed this. Should have taken here. Allowed this. Maybe play g5 then. Wow, this is actually, yeah, this is not that great of a position. Here it still wants to do that, right? So here I can take though. Let's do this. Queen takes and then take. +1. Okay. Oh, I'm still recording. My god. Okay. Well, let's see. Is there anything else I need to go over? Yeah, there was this nice tactic here. Around here. What was the computer asking for? So, still wants that tactic. And here it says I should go. Okay, I did that. So I think the computer says I played okay. Well, except for this here. Wants that. Should have played a3 because apparently here a4 was drawing. Oh no, because okay. Although in the final position, I think it says I'm... What was the final position here? This was the final position. And it says I'm better. Still thinks I'm better by like +2. That's actually... It should be enough to win with... If I were actually accurate. But yeah, I'll take that. Drew the game and won the match, so yeah, okay. I think that's gonna be it for now. I don't really have much else to say about that. Pretty straightforward. That was probably worse in the opening, but you know, I found a nice tactic to simplify into a winning endgame, and ended up not having to convert it. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it.